The first reading of today is taken from the book of Esther. And in these verses, Queen Esther implores the Lord for help. Esther is facing a challenge from her enemies who also want to destroy what the Lord has built. And Esther knows that she cannot turn to her generals. She cannot turn to her armies. She cannot turn to her soldiers first. First, she has to turn to God. And in all of these verses, Esther makes one point, that the Lord is faithful, that the Lord is true, that the Lord is just, and she is confident that because the Lord is faithful and true and just, the Lord will grant her petition. The gospel of today is from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7 verses 7 to 12, and the last verse, chapter 7 verse 12, contains what is known all over the world as the golden rule. However, in the first verses, through the acronym ASK, which is fully formed ask, Jesus speaks about asking, seeking, and knocking. He tells us that our Father in heaven is a Father. He tells us that God is not a tyrant, that God is not waiting to punish, but that God is waiting to love. And that's why, like Esther does in the first reading of today, Jesus invites those who are listening to him to ask and to persevere in their asking. Often we ask, but we are not sure of what we ask, or when we ask, there is doubt in our minds about whether we will receive. In the Gospel of Mark chapter 11 verses 22 to 25, Jesus tells us how our asking must be. When we ask, we must believe before we receive what we are asking, that it is ours, and it will be ours. So our asking must be without any kind of doubt. Our asking must be an assured asking. Our asking like the asking of Esther, and we know that the Lord did come to the aid of Esther, must be a persevering and a confident asking, an asking in faith. The Lord then asks us to seek. What is the Lord asking us to seek? He is asking us to seek and find ways in which we can reach out, in which we can be serviceable, in which we can place the needs of others before our own. And if we really are genuine in our seeking, then we will find numerous ways in which to help those who need our help, in which to reach out to those who are unfortunate, in which to reach out to the poor, the naked, the hungry, in which to reach out to everyone who needs our abundance. And the third petition is to knock. We keep on knocking at the door of the Lord. In Revelation chapter 20 verses 1 to 5, the Lord speaks about knocking. And he says there that he stands at our door and knocks. And the Lord will keep knocking. Knocking means that I don't push. Knocking means that I don't assert force. Knocking means that I keep imploring that the person who hears the knock will open. And so through these three, acronym ASK, the Lord asks us to ask, to seek, and to knock, and to do all of this perseveringly. And at the end of the gospel text of today, he narrates this golden rule in Matthew chapter 7 verse 12. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And Jesus adds to this verse This is the meaning of the law and prophets. In other words, the entire Torah, all that the prophets said in all the books of the prophets are summarized beautifully in this one verse. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If every one of us in the world lived in this manner, the world would be a heaven here on earth. Because like I take care of myself, I would take care of others. Like others take care of themselves, they would take care of me. There would be harmony. And we would go back once again from that chaos which existed before God created the world to the cosmos that God created and keeps intending for us today. Will you live out the golden rule in your life and do unto others only as you would want them to do unto you?